They didn't see her cry not at first. They only saw the way she bowed her head, clutching her tray with both hands like it was a shield, as mashed potatoes and overcooked broccoli slid down the front of her uniform. The cafeteria buzzed with laughter, not out of malice from everyone, but because that's what people do when they're uncomfortable. They laugh. Or worse, they pretend nothing happened at all. But Lena Kim wasn't laughing. Neither were the people who saw what she did next. Just 2 months ago, Lena had arrived at Roosevelt High from Seoul, South Korea. Her parents had saved for years to get her into an American exchange program, something that would look great on college applications, give her international experience, and, more than anything, give her a chance to escape the rigid expectations back home. But America wasn't the dream she imagined. From day one, she felt like a ghost walking through unfamiliar halls, her accent thick, her English nervous. People stared when she pulled out rice balls from her lunchbox. They mimicked her voice behind her back, whispered things she didn't fully understand but knew were cruel. And among the worst was Tyler. Tyler Matthews, golden-haired, quarterback, with a grin that could charm teachers and a sharp tongue that sliced like a knife. He didn't bully her every day. No, he was smarter than that. He waited for moments quiet, ones when no one of authority was watching. A passing nudge that sent her books flying, a mocking annyeonghaseyo. When she walked into class, an exaggerated bow, and everyone followed his lead. So when it happened in the cafeteria that day, Lena had already had weeks of these small cruelties piling up like bricks on her chest. She was just walking to her usual corner seat quiet, near the window, when she felt something cold and wet hit her back. Laughter erupted behind her. She froze, heart stuttering in her chest. Her tray wobbled in her hands. She turned slowly. Tyler stood there with his arm outstretched, a smirk dancing on his lips. A half-empty milk carton lay on the floor beside him. Oops, he said, grinning. Clumsy me. Lena's eyes scanned the crowd. Some kids were laughing. Some looked away. Not one of them stood up. Something broke inside her then. It wasn't loud, like a scream or a shout. It was silent, like the snap of a thread that had been stretched too tight for too long. She placed her tray gently on the table. Then she walked up to Tyler. The smirk didn't waver. Don't cry, kimchi girl. It's just a *. He didn't finish the sentence. With a swift pivot, she grabbed his wrist, turned her body, and flipped him. 1 second, Tyler Matthews was standing tall, and the next, he was sprawled across the lunch table, stunned, a bowl of spaghetti sliding off onto his chest. The cafeteria went dead silent. Lena didn't say a word. She picked up her tray, turned on her heel, and walked back to her seat. The story could have ended there. Another viral clip uploaded to social media, complete with subtitles, reaction emojis, and dramatic music overlays. And yes, someone did record it. By the time lunch ended, the video was making rounds under the hashtag #KimchiKick. But what no one filmed, what no one really saw, was the days that followed. The vice principal called her in. Tyler's parents were furious. They threatened legal action, but Lena's host family stood by her, fiercely, and with surprising pride. Mr. and Mrs. Jensen, her hosts, had been mild-mannered up to that point, friendly, but distant. That day, though, they sat beside her in the office like warriors at a tribunal. She defended herself. Mrs. Jensen said calmly, "If you suspend her, we'll pull her from the program and contact the board ourselves." And just like that, the school backed down. Tyler had a bruised ego, not a broken bone. His parents raised hell for a week and then let it go when it turned out the school had multiple reports previously ignored of his behavior toward other students, not just Lena. But the storm wasn't over. When she walked through the halls the next day, it was like Moses parting the sea. People stepped aside. Some clapped her on the back. Others whispered about the ninja girl, but Lena wasn't proud. She hadn't wanted attention, just dignity. Then came Zoe. Zoe was a quiet girl, the kind who blended in with the lockers and hall tiles. She approached Lena in the library during free period, fidgeting with the hem of her sweater. I just wanted to say, "What you did was awesome," she said in a breathless rush. "He made my life hell last year. I never thought anyone would stand up to him." "You're brave." Asterisk Lena looked at her for a long time, then gave a small smile. Not brave, she said softly. Just tired. Asterisk Zoe sat beside her. Asterisk, and that was how it started. Asterisk A asterisk the shift didn't come all at once. Roosevelt High didn't magically become a utopia of kindness overnight. But something began to change. Slowly. Asterisk other students started sitting with Lena during lunch. Zoe became a constant presence, and with her came Kayla, and Tariq, and Emilio. They shared stories of times they were bullied, pushed aside, silenced. And with each story, Lena felt less alone. Asterisk she told them about growing up in Seoul, the weight of expectations, how her parents loved her but didn't always understand her love for martial arts. Girls shouldn't fight, her mother had. Saw it, be graceful, be soft, asterisk, but she had loved it. Taekwondo made her feel strong, not because she wanted to hurt anyone but because it gave her control in a world where so many things were out of her hands. Asterisk, and that strength that was what finally helped her reclaim her voice. Asterisk at Zoe's urging, she started a self-defense club. At first, only a handful of students came, but soon it grew. The gym was filled with laughter, the thud of padded gloves, and the slap of feet on mats. Lena taught more than technique, she taught confidence. Asterisk she found her own, too. Asterisk by the time her exchange year was nearing its end, Lena had become more than the quiet girl in the corner. She was a mentor, a friend, a leader. Asterisk Tyler. He kept his distance. Maybe it was shame, maybe just fear. Lena never spoke to him again, and he never tried to apologize. Some people don't, but others do. Asterisk on the last day of school, she found a note in her locker. It was scribbled in messy handwriting. Asterisk, I used to laugh when they made fun of you. I thought if I joined in, they wouldn't come after me. But you showed me that I didn't have to be like them to be strong. I'm sorry. Asterisk there was no name. She never found out who wrote it. Asterisk, but that was enough. Asterisk A asterisk when Lena boarded her flight home to Seoul. She looked out the window with tears in her eyes, not from sadness, but from something more complicated. Pride, relief, hope. Asterisk she had come to America feeling invisible. Asterisk she left as someone unforgettable. Asterisk, and the lesson she carried with her was one she would never forget. Asterisk sometimes, the quietest people hold the loudest strength. And when they finally speak not with words, but with action, they change everything.